This is Jack,
Voila! It's Captain
Captain
Sport.
Sports, back with another edition of Pick'em. We are in week.
3.
No, are we in week 3?
Texans are 0-2,
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Week 3. So yeah, we just got done watching the Oregon Ducks and Colorado game, and
They finally got exposed.
yeah, they're not
The
ready. They're not quite ready to play with the big boys yet.
the quote unquote contenders got exposed as pretenders.
Yep. So Coach Prime, man, you might have a couple years to go. I
I'm
think.
gonna say 3 to 4 years we're gonna be talking about Colorado in a different light.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna say
I think
that.
so.
It's hard to say I jumped on the bandwagon this year. I picked TCU and Colorado State both to beat them. They didn't do it, but
I picked TCU and Nebraska to win, and I was like, okay, I'll take them over Colorado State, and I did, and that was a really close game. I was kind of nervous about that, and then today I was like, no way, Oregon is going to drop that game against Colorado, and
well, if I'm not mistaken, Colorado draws USC next too. So not only they get their ass whooped by Oregon,
really,
but I think they drew USC next.
oh man, that is going to be that's going to be a game.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure it was USC, but I know. I watch College Game Day every Saturday before the games start, and a lot of a lot of a lot of guys picked them to go 2-1 in the first 3 weeks. Obviously, Nebraska, Colorado State being the two wins, and TCU being the loss. They beat TCU, but then they said weeks 4 and 5 are going to be where Colorado has to answer the call because they're playing some actual
Yeah,
tough opponents.
yeah, you're right. They are playing USC next weekend, so their schedule's not going to get any easier. It looks like.
Nope. Nope.
Um, So what do you say we just jump right into this NFL schedule?
Let's do a jackknife. Let's roll it.
All right. I mean, obviously we didn't do the Thursday night game again. I mean, we both had the 49ers. The Giants are terrible this year. So
Yeah, there are very few teams that I will pick to beat the 49ers.
yeah. And the Cowboys are one of them, right?
No.
Oh,
Uh, last 2 years, Cowboys are 0-2.
come
So no.
on, man.
The Cowboys did not beat them in
That's
2
the
years.
playoffs. That's the playoffs.
They're 0-2. Why would I pick the team
Hey,
that hasn't?
I have a very, very good fond memory of the Cowboys playing the 49ers in the regular season. It's when Romo broke his ribs, and we came back and we beat the 49ers.
How far memories in the last 2 years of playing them?
I don't want to talk about it, so let's just leave it at that. All right, first matchup we are getting into is going to be the Indianapolis Colts at the Baltimore Ravens, who are undefeated. So nice little start to the season for the Ravens.
Is AR-15 going to play? Is he still in concussion protocol?
I'm looking right now into that, and I don't see anything like saying otherwise. So I don't know. Let me do some research here.
You know what? Even if he does play, I mean he's just a newer unproven Lamar Jackson. I'm going to take the Ravens in that game.
Okay. Oh, you're already taking. Okay, he is active, so he is going to play.
Yeah, but for how long? He's played 2 weeks and gone down twice. Like he missed some time in the first game with I don't know tightness or something like that, and then he got a concussion against the Texans. Like he can't stay healthy.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to really spend no time on that either. Even if Gardner Minshew is going to play, I'm going to take the Ravens. I think the Ravens are a better team right now at this point. Even if I think Odell Beckham is hurt too.
Yeah,
So
Jake just went down with an ACL tear too.
who was that?
J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, that happened last week. So yeah, but even with that being said, I still feel the Baltimore Ravens are the better team. So I'm going to take the Ravens as well.
Yeah, agreed.
So matchup number 2 is going to be the Cleveland Browns against the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
That's a little better of a matchup.
I'm gonna take Tennessee just because Chubb went down. I think they're off.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say the exact same thing. Deshaun Watson has not looked very good the start of this season. They had the better team against Pittsburgh, and they lost that game. So yeah, I'm going to take Tennessee as well. Tennessee, they can stay in games, they can be competitive. Um, they got Derrick Henry, of course. They got D Hop if he's going to play. I know he's questionable right now, but we'll see about that. But yeah, I like how Tennessee's coached, so I'm going to go the Titans over the Browns.
Yeah, I'm taking the Titans. Like I said, I think Cleveland's offense went down when Chubb did.
Yeah. All right, matchup number 3, moving right along, is going to be the Atlanta Falcons at the Detroit Lions. The Atlanta Falcons are undefeated.
Yeah, but they haven't really faced anybody yet.
Taking time to think.
Detroit.
You're taking Detroit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not, man. I love Bijan. That's our guy. He went to the University of Texas. Hook him. But man, that is the offense right now. And I mean, Desmond Ridder, I just don't trust the guy right now. I know he's got some weapons and stuff, but he hasn't been able to get out the ball to Kyle Pitts or any. And then Drake London was kind of quiet in week 1. He kind of came along in week 2. But man, they're kind of bipolar on offense for me. So yeah, I'm gonna take Detroit as well.
It's one of those things. How do you stop a quarterback who very rarely, if ever, turns the ball over with almost just as powerful a running game in Detroit as far as David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs go? How do you slow that offense down on top of being able to score with a quarterback who's unproven and 2 young running backs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So go Detroit as well.
All right, I think this one we might split on. We'll see. So I got the New Orleans Saints at Lambeau taking on the Packers.
The Packers didn't show me very much last week. I thought they were going to. I did on the Jordan Love hype train a little bit just because I thought after learning under Aaron Rodgers for 3 years, how could you not be, a solid quarterback? How could you not be Aaron Rodgers-esque? And last week he showed me he's not. In losing to Atlanta, so. Derek Carr hasn't looked good, but Jordan Love hasn't particularly looked great either. He did week 1. I'll give it to him. He looked good week 1 last week.
But it was against the Bears.
Yeah, so he was playing against one of the worst. But then again, last week he was playing against Atlanta, who a lot of people were pegging to be one of the worst teams in football.
Yeah, and they only lost by 1 point. So
they lost by 1 point.
And they were without Aaron Jones. So I mean, maybe that has something to be said for it.
Maybe, but they led most of that game. They lost.
Yeah. Yep.
And they had the ball at the end, which tells me Bud just doesn't have that clutch gene that Aaron Rodgers has. That being said, Derek Carr hasn't looked that good either, but I don't know, dude. That New Orleans defense is still daunting. I mean, we've seen it this year still. And Jordan Love hasn't had to play defense like that. So I think we saw a little bit of him being rattled last week. I think we're going to see it even worse this week. I'm going to take New Orleans.
Okay. You're going to take the undefeated team out of the 2. Man, we're going to split. I kind of called it. Yeah, I think Green Bay is going to bounce back, especially if Aaron Jones is coming back. I think he just opens up that offense a good deal. I mean, he can receive it. He can run the ball very well, and that's going to take a lot of pressure off of A.J. Dillon once he gets in the game. Romeo Doubs is a key weapon for that offense. Jordan Love, as long as you keep your composure. I know that defense is pretty good with New Orleans, but I think they have the team in place, and I think they have the better coach out of Matt LaFleur and Dennis Allen. I think the Green Bay will, and they're at home. That's going to help. So I'm going to take the Packers in this game.
We'll see.
All right, next matchup, we got the Houston Texans at the Jacksonville Jaguars in Duval County.
I'm taking Jacksonville.
That is that's the Texans fans, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Jaguars too.
At this point, I'm trying to win and pick them, not win at the Texans. So
Yeah, yeah, I think right now just we have a better team right now is with the Jaguars. Yeah, we're seeing last 2 weeks that D'Amico Ryans, yeah, he is in fact a rookie head coach. Um, he's making a lot of moves you shouldn't make, but it'll
well,
come in the process.
him combined with Bobby Sloag being a first year OC, I think Bobby Sloag's still trying to learn the reins too.
Yeah, yeah. C.J. Stroud hasn't looked.
He did. He
He
needed
he,
it.
he the first week he played bad. I will say that, but last week he didn't look too bad. He looked decent. So I think they got their guy with C.J. Stroud, but it's going to take some time, and this year's just not the year for him. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Jaguars.
I just want to take some time to give a shout out to my pit bull here, little Muntic Wayne.
Munsick,
Wayne.
yeah. What's he got there?
That's his little chew toy. Here's my little pit bull right there.
There you go. That's a vicious dog, right?
Yeah, he's so mean. Scared of his own bark.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we got next matchup. We're going with the Denver Broncos at the Hard Rock Cafe Stadium in Miami. So we got the Dolphins playing the Broncos. Who do you got?
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Yeah, I'm not even going to waste any time on that. Dolphins. Yeah, absolutely. Denver. There's some problems. There's some problems in Denver.
They still don't know what's going on around them.
Yeah. All right. Next matchup, we have a battle of two 0-2 teams. So two winless teams. We got the Chargers at the Viking ship taking on the Vikings.
Are they playing a noon game?
They are playing noon. Yes.
Where are they playing?
At the Viking ship. So they're in Minneapolis.
I'm going to take Minnesota.
You're gonna take Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay. You heard me week 1. You heard me week 2. I'm not taking. I'm not taking Minnesota. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. They got to get it right. If they don't get it right this time, Brandon Staley, man, your job might be in jeopardy, dude. I'm just saying.
He's already on the hot seat. That's some bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could put his job on the stove, turn all the way up, and it would cool my stove down. That's how hot.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. Did you see the response he gave to the reporter when he asked him, "Hey, are you guys still thinking about the Jacksonville loss?" And the guy just completely blew up on the reporter. So
I did not see that.
yeah, they're gonna come out with some fire, man. I think they're gonna play well. I think they should beat Minnesota. And then once they lose,
they better come out with some fire to take some of that heat off his seat.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think once Minnesota loses, they might be trying to move Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins probably will be going to the Jets, in my opinion. So we'll see.
Entirely possible.
Yep. All right, next matchup we got the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets. I'll go first on this one. I'm gonna take the Patriots. I think the defense is gonna be too much for Zach Wilson. I just don't believe in the guy.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm gonna take the Pats as well.
All right, next matchup we got the Buffalo Bills taking on the Washington Commanders. And it's going to be in Landover, Maryland. So they're going to be playing at FedEx Field. Yeah, no, Buffalo's back on the right track. They blew out Vegas last week. I'm going to take Buffalo over Washington. Washington does have a good defense, but you got to have offense on there that's going to be able to move the ball. And I don't see it right now with Sam Howell. So I'm going to take Josh Allen. And Bills.
Although does have great defense, I do think Washington's going to slow that game down, but they just don't have enough firepower to contend with Buffalo. I think sleeping with the enemy is still trying to figure out how he wants that offense to run. So, yeah, I'm gonna take Buffalo as well.
All right, cool. Next matchup we got Carolina, Seattle. Bryce Young, man.
He's not even,
There's some stuff.
Bryce,
Yeah, go ahead.
Bryce Young's hurt. I don't even think he's playing this week.
Hey, he's hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even if he was hurt or not, I was gonna take Seattle over this. They just beat a decent team in the Rams last week, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take Seattle.
I'm going to take Seattle as well.
All right, moving right along, we got Dallas at the Arizona Cardinals. Not wasting any time, Dallas. Dallas' defense is too good, and Arizona is tanking. So yeah.
Are y'all going to play a real team this year at some point? Or y'all just going to
Hey, we got the 49ers in week 5, so.
Okay, so y'all finally have to lose to somebody real in week 5. Okay.
That is a discussion for week 5 pick'em right there.
You're gonna push that. Yeah, I'm gonna take Dallas, even though it fucking bothers me with every fiber of my being. I'm gonna take Dallas as well.
Smart move.
Well, yeah, I've said it 3 weeks in a row. If Arizona could score less than 0, they would. So.
Next matchup, we got the Bears taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not wasting any time on that. Kansas City.
It's gonna be Kansas City for me too, but I think it's gonna be a closer game than a lot of people think.
Yeah, I know. Justin Fields came out and he had that press conference, and he was saying that he was playing robotic and everything. I just, do as many press conferences as you want. You're still the Bears. Moving on to the Sunday night game, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders at the Death Star.
I took them last week, and I'm going to stick with them. I think Vegas is going to win that game.
Vegas? You took Vegas last week, and they got their butts kicked?
I did, because I watched how bad the Bills got their ass beat for that. So, yeah, I did. I watched the Bills lose the Jets team. So, yeah, I did take Vegas.
You're going to take Vegas. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh. I like Mike Tomlin. I like Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett has not showed up this year for my liking, but that defense in Pittsburgh is for real. And once you get behind, I mean, look at what Deshaun Watson did that first play of the game, threw a pick six right to the defense, and then to end out the game, it was a fumble, scoop, and score. So that defense is for real, and I think it's going to be a little bit too much for Jimmy G. I got the Steelers.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and then we got 2 Monday Night Football games.
Again?
Yeah, again. So the first one is going to be a battle of the unbeaten. So it's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take.
Take who?
Philly.
Philly. You're going to take Philly. Yeah, I hate to say this with every fiber of my being, but yeah, I'm probably going to have to take Philly too. Tampa Bay, they're 2-0, but I think Philly's a better team. And yeah, Tampa Bay is. I'm glad that they're off to a 2-0 start, because Tom Brady's not there anymore. But I mean, who really expected them to?
Baker.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking Philly. All right, and the final game to close out this week of Pick'em is going to be the LA Rams at the Jungle, Cincinnati Bengals.
Is Burrow?
Is Burrow playing? I was going to ask you that.
Is Burrow playing?
I don't know. I can look that up as well. Now it just says Joe Burrow remains day-to-day. They're going to continue to monitor. So
he's already hurt, and I think he re-injured the ankle.
Re-aggravated
the
ankle injury.
Ankle that he had surgically repaired this offseason, which I think he rushed back from. Re-aggravated it, so who knows how bad it is and whether surgery again.
Yeah.
And the Rams have actually showed me something this year. They went out and got that kid Puka Nacua, who has been a very nice fill-in for not having
cutback. Yeah.
Cup
You
comes
see, did you
back.
see his stats last week?
I did.
Pretty good.
I know going off for the first 2 weeks. I think he had like 11 catches last week and like
I
8.
think I think he had like 175 yards and
Yeah, I think through 2 weeks he's closing in on 20 catches for the year in
yeah,
2 weeks. So
yeah.
he's been a nice surprise.
They got that running back, Kyron Williams.
I know they
I look
just
like a stud too.
I know they just traded Cam Akers to Minnesota, but I
Yep.
don't think they change anything. No, I'm gonna take the Rams in this game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say the same. I'm gonna say the Rams just because we don't know Burrow's status right now, and if I was a betting man, and I'm not because I tend to lose a lot of money when I do bet. Yeah, I would say he's probably not going to play.
Even I mean, honestly, in my opinion, even if Burrow does play, we've seen so far through 2 games what he does at less than 100%. Now he's lesser than he was to 100%. He already wasn't good the first 2 weeks. Now than he was when he wasn't good. So I venture to say, if Burrow does decide to play, like if he can go, I think at this point all he's doing is hindering his team and playing.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it looks like that's going to close it out for us this week.
What do you want to do something weird? Do you want to go ahead and pick the this upcoming Thursday night game?
Yeah, why not?
That way we just
That
know
way we will have it,
that
Yeah, we should have been doing that from the get-go.
Yeah, we should have. That would have been the smart move.
All right, this Thursday night's game coming up is going to be Detroit at Green Bay. That's going to be a good game. I like that matchup.
At Green Bay.
Yep.
See, this is gonna be tough because this. I want to see what they can do on Sunday. I want to see what they can do tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, it adds another layer of difficulty to what we do.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna take Detroit. I like Detroit in this matchup.
But take Detroit as well. Actually,
I thought we were gonna split.
I want to take Green Bay, but I have a lot of faith in Jared Goff. That running game is clutch. Amon-Ra St. Brown is amazing. The defense is getting better. And I mean, outside of starting Jordan Love, Green Bay has actually taken a step back. They haven't moved forward. Like they lost Alan Lazard, they lost Randall Cobb. I mean, yeah, they're running there, but all they have is Romeo Doubs at this point in the receiving game. I don't know. As good as I think Dobbs could be, and as good as I think Jordan Love will be, they're just not there yet. And Amon-Ra St. Brown is, and Jared Goff doesn't turn the ball over very often.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Detroit here.
Yeah, I like that as well. I mean, the only thing that's going to help them, I mean, if Aaron Jones can get through this week's game and come out unscathed, and he's able to play in the Thursday matchup, and they're playing at Lambeau, so I mean that's going to help. But yeah, I still think that Detroit's going to be too much to overcome. So yeah. All right, yeah, good call on the Thursday night game because we never seem to get to call those.
Yep, we always seem to have issues with that.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. You wanna walk us out for this week?
Yeah, all you fantasy owners, men and women, good luck this week. Unless you're playing me, if you are,
then you're going down. And tell Maddie she's going down too.
Yeah, she's probably.
All right, later, guys.